Over the last 2 decades, DDN has developed a strong reputation and a significant global footprint in the areas of AI, big data, multi-cloud, and high-performance computing. Our customers' sustained trust in us and our products have helped us become and remain the largest privately held data storage company in the world. With more than 10,000 customers, 20 exabytes of value-add storage solutions delivered to many of the most demanding data-centric organizations, government, and research facilities in the world, 1,000 DDN employees, most of whom are in R&D and customer-facing technical areas, and 150 patents, we continue to push the boundaries of innovation to always exceed our customers' needs and wants. Our DDN at Scale division focuses on developing and delivering the most performing and innovative data at scale and high-performance solutions. We emphasize performance and cost optimization, highest scalability across multiple dimensions, as well as software and analytics enablement. Both our DDN at Scale and Tintri Enterprise divisions are developing products and services which are highly enabling for transparent data management, effortless data movement between on-premises and public clouds in a true multi-cloud sense, and extremely flexible and efficient data movement. With our intelligent infrastructure for a changing world focus and for some of the highest R&D investments in the industry, we aim to continue to bring to our customers the best solutions for their complex data challenges for many years to come. Innovation and best-in-class technology, outstanding go-to-market delivery, and most importantly, exceptional customer delight are at the forefront of our minds now and always.
Hello, my name's James Coomer. I'm Senior Vice President for Products at DDN. Welcome to this presentation about DDN's AI solutions and how we can optimize your AI infrastructure, de-risk your AI strategy with very robust solutions, systems, and services and support. Over the last 2 decades, DDN has developed a strong reputation and significant global footprint in the areas of AI, big data, multi-cloud, and high-performance computing. Our customers' sustained trust in us and our products have helped us become and remain the largest privately held storage company in the world. As you can see, our customer base is very numerous and very broad. Our customers include companies at the top of the Fortune 500, the most prestigious academic and government national lab institutions, life sciences institutes, as well as telcos, enterprises, small and medium-sized businesses. DDN has more than 10,000 customers. We've delivered more than 20 exabytes of value-added storage over many years to the most demanding data-centric organizations, governments, and research facilities in the world. We have 1,000 employees at DDN, most of whom are in R&D or in customer-facing technical roles. We also have 150 plus patents, all in storage and data management. And we continue to push the boundaries of innovation to always exceed our customers' needs and wants. DDN has persistently built storage and data management solutions that lead the world in terms of speed and scale. As you can see, some of the landmarks throughout our history include many of the world's fastest supercomputers, and most recently, which we'll talk about later on in the presentation, we're now powering NVIDIA's fastest supercomputer, Selene, number 7 on the supercomputer list, and the world's largest AI supercomputer. The analyst organization Intersect 360 collects and analyzes customer feedback directly from customers with the largest compute and storage challenges. Intersect 360's latest report, published in September of this year, 2020, places DDN as the strongest storage vendor amongst any other for both technical and operational perception. DDN also comes out first for loyalty and future adoption from any others in the report. So what do we do and which use cases do we work with mostly? Well, we now bring our customers the most comprehensive set of data-centric AI-enabled solutions. We have a product portfolio that we've unified under the banner of Intelligent Infrastructure for a Changing World. What DDN's intelligent infrastructure delivers is the utmost flexibility, speed at any scale, data insight on-premise and in multi-cloud settings. Think of it as freedom from vendor lock-in and freedom from locality, the ability to effortlessly and reliably manage complex and distributed data sets, and AI enablement to maximize and accelerate business insight. DDN storage and data management solutions for AI are primarily used to power AI workflows that require both performance and scale, with the larger scale systems running autonomous driving systems, and our security features enabling customers in life sciences to manage their data according to the stringent requirements placed upon sensitive data. Our products also allow you to store an awful lot of data and gain very low latency access to all of that data. And that's extremely helpful for financial services and analyzing tick data, and also for the broad spectrum of AI and analytics, in particular real-time audio and video inference. So what are the challenges in AI? A recent report by 451 Research really points out some of the biggest challenges that our customers have in developing a successful AI strategy. Data and the related infrastructure, management and scaling of that data are really important areas for customers with critical investments in AI strategies. 73% of their survey's organizations reported difficulties in access to and visibility of their data. And that's not really surprising. Many organizations have evolved AI projects using existing well-known enterprise storage systems. Things have happened organically. They've taken what they know from the existing enterprise base of their data infrastructure, and they've applied that for AI. But these systems weren't really designed for AI workloads. Deep learning projects have a tendency to explode in data volumes, especially when they're successful. Image and video-based AI, as we see in autonomous driving enablement, sees hundreds of terabytes per day from each individual vehicle. And there's many vehicles in each city and many cities. Life sciences technologies have seen the cameras technologies and scanning technologies really explode in terms of the resolution, compounding challenges for both compute and for data. The biggest problem in the AI wave are due to scaling limitations, though. Scaling limitations of conventional architectures, even those which propose that they scale out, can be limited here. And also performance that stands up to those scales and also to the requirements of AI frameworks. Our AI customer base spans all regions of the globe and all AI verticals. DDN storage systems are used for the very larger scale autonomous driving and for academic research into COVID. Our customers use DDN storage to provide low latency access to large data volumes so that financial risk can be assessed very quickly. Our storage solutions are flexible enough to cater for the multidisciplinary challenges associated with AI research in the world's largest academic sites and national labs. One particular system we want to talk about is NVIDIA's Selene. NVIDIA's Selene was built earlier this year and gained number 7 in the top 500 supercomputers. That's really the fastest GPU system on the planet. DDN's storage systems, the AI400X as you see here, is the one underpinning that Selene system. We run DDN's AI-optimized all-flash NVMe systems across the whole system. Very high density, extreme performance, and linear scaling coupled with deep optimizations for AI frameworks. We've optimized protocols, we've optimized networks, we've optimized the I/O calls, we've optimized containerization. All of these areas have been technical investments by DDN to bring about the right technology for real AI at scale. I mean, the results, we've got many results. We're just going to point out one or two to you here and then talk about some customer proof points here. But our optimizations for this whole spectrum for AI frameworks, GPU workloads, GPU systems and containers has resulted in a number of firsts regarding performance. We're pushing well over 100 gigabytes a second into DGX systems. And just as important, we can push the maximum IOPS into each container. So that's very important. It's no good having a storage system that claims to be fast if your applications don't see that, and we'll come back to that later on. The performance we get is down to a true end-to-end parallel architecture, which is actually very rare in the storage ecosystem. This performance is demonstrated best at scale. So when the number of GPUs, number of AI applications running concurrently becomes large, our true end-to-end parallel architecture really comes into its own and sustains that performance at any scale. To build these AI systems, DDN has deployed our fully end-to-end parallel file system and perfected it for use in AI. We made deployments at scale simple, using 10x less equipment than many competitors. We've really optimized performance as it pertains to real workloads, and this is something we really excel at. There's no use having fast storage if your individual applications don't really see the gains. Fully tested in our labs and in collaboration with NVIDIA, we deploy the same tested and qualified configurations directly to customers. Our first Selene installation took just 4 hours from unpacking to reaching world record performance. Let's take a look at a couple of results and prove out these points with real customer examples. So the first one is high throughput screening. We did some optimizations for these workloads, which is very important in life sciences, to really optimize this for new software technologies taking advantage of GPUs. Our end-to-end parallel data path, that's the path between the application and the data being safe on a storage system, that's the data path. But our parallel data path means that we can do things for GPU workloads that others can't, whilst also keeping things simple. That means no multiple mount points, no wrangling with load balancing. Our intelligent client allows high throughput screening in life sciences to reach the boundaries of the GPU's potential without bottlenecking like NFS-based systems. This graph is demonstrating our file system's capacity to saturate demand from the GPUs that are executing high throughput screening, bringing clear benefits over traditional NFS storage. Recursion is a really revolutionary company. They're a novel and advanced organization that re-engineers drug discovery. What they do is they take a target agnostic approach that combines automation, machine learning, and the world's largest biological image data set with a highly cross-functional team to discover transformative new treatments. Chris Howard runs their AI systems and their compute systems. He reported a 50x improvement in their drug discovery time to insight through keeping all the GPUs at 100% utilization as they scale. Talking of scale, then autonomous driving really leads the pack in terms of sheer volumes of data. So what if your data does involve these larger scale AI data sets? Hundreds of vehicles, each pushing hundreds of terabytes per day into many cities around the world, and of course, that all mounts up into hundreds of petabytes in the end. Performance remains important, but now cost-effective scaling is king. At DDN, scale isn't just about sustaining performance as the data volumes grow and the infrastructure expands. Scaling well requires efficiency. That means getting the performance in terms of ratios. Highest IOPS per system, the highest IOPS to each application, the highest throughput per drive, the best saturation of the network. All of these things minimize infrastructure, power and cooling costs and management overheads, and have benefits evidently for applications. And managing data at scale is different from managing just a few hundred terabytes or so. From our appliances that support advanced drive rebuilds, coping with the frequencies of hardware failures that become inevitable when the numbers get high and keeping systems up during failure events, we've built all these technologies in to cope with these corner cases that do happen when the numbers of devices move into the thousands. We've also developed a technology called DDN Insight that allows us to monitor not only systems but applications. In fact, if you look at one of our demos at GTC this year, you'll see a very nice, neat demo where we're running multiple concurrent AI frameworks and recording and displaying in real time their activity. And this allows administrators to see what's going on. Normally this isn't visible with storage systems, but we've got deep insight into the application environment. And this allows administrators to make sure their systems remain efficient, even when we're consuming all of those workloads from many hundreds or thousands of users. DDN deployed our Insight product at one of these autonomous driving systems. This one in particular is based in Europe. And that allows them across many file systems across the country to see in a single dashboard all of their application behavior and pinpoint the top consumers of their resources. What DDN tries to do is build these end-to-end parallel architectures that allow you to move away from siloed systems, and move away from many smaller systems. And that's because AI always evolves. And that means we want to expand the number of data sets we're targeting with our AI applications to get more value out of all that data. That's really inhibited by siloization. So we build a very, very large scale parallel file system, extremely robust, which maintains its performance at scale. But you need more than just that in order to keep all your data in one place. You need a complete data management ecosystem as well. You need to be able to create data copies by integrating with third-party systems. You need to plug into the cloud. Possibly you need to do bursting of some analytics into public clouds. And you need to be able to access that data via different protocols. We support NFS, SMB, and S3, data that all can come from different type of protocols but end up in the same namespace and then can be read and written through any of these protocols really easy and flexibly. That's important when you're starting an AI journey because you don't necessarily know how things are going to advance, how your applications are going to advance, or your devices, how you're going to collect data differently in the future. Having this full flexibility in the file system is very important. We also include monitoring, as we've mentioned, multi-tenancy, and we provide sophisticated automated methods for keeping your data in the right place at the right time, moving data from flash to hard drive tiers and vice versa and between pools to maximize your cost effectiveness of the whole infrastructure. So it's this combination of rounded performance and a complete set of data management tools and also our data services, the different ways you can access the data, that allow customers not only to address the deep learning, inference and ingest areas of AI, but also to perform a whole range of technical steps in the whole life cycle of AI data. And we do that whilst integrating well into all kinds of environments, be that synchronizing with other storage systems, the cloud, or archival systems. DDN solutions allow you to maintain your data in one place while keeping it safe and accessible. Having data in one flexible space allows customers to evolve and expand their AI developments quickly without having to manage siloed, isolated data sets. So what if you want to hear more about this and really see the proof? Well, we've been working with NVIDIA for a long time now, both in our labs and in NVIDIA's labs, to prove out reference architectures. You'll see many documents, including solutions guides, performance briefs, a reference architecture on DGX A100 SuperPod and previous DGX systems, and also a reference architecture of a pod, which is a smaller version of the SuperPod. So these documents come out of a process of qualification and testing and benchmarking and architecture, and they're very comprehensive documents showing how to build a scalable AI infrastructure, and they include details of measured performance results. DDN AI systems that ship from the factory adhere to the specifications in these documents, so you know in advance the results to expect. So let's suppose you're currently having a silo problem or a problem of scale and performance. How do you move on to DDN's AI storage? Well, we developed something called DDN Data Flow. It's a parallel data migration system. It also performs backup and archive, but it works very closely with our AI storage, helps customers migrate speedily and without risk from existing storage systems to DDN systems. It provides the capability to move from practically any source storage onto DDN, and data is moved in parallel through multiple data movers, and that can be multiple petabytes per day. And all that data is checked for integrity after data movement, so you can be sure that the source data and the target data is correct. Our system also provides real-time updates of the data migration process, so we can come in with our services, set up DDN data flow, and work with you over usually a few days for extremely large data sets, and we can continually monitor the progress of the data and be absolutely secure that the data is moved correctly once it's completed. So what is it that attracts organizations with ambitious AI strategies to DDN? Number one is performance, an architecture that not only delivers a fast storage system, but that delivers performance into the workloads, the only thing that really matters. Number two, our reliability as a long-term partner. So not only our storage systems are reliable, but as a long-term strategy partner, DDN is second to none. We've been focusing for 20 years on storage and data management challenges at scale. And then number three, our rounded capability. DDN's 1,000 people distributed around the world are entirely dedicated to our customers' data challenges. We have the best quality and the largest number of technical staff to integrate systems properly and deeply into your environments and resolve those really tough challenges that happen at scale. We have expertise not only in storage, but in the whole end-to-end data path, from your applications, your compute systems, GPU systems, DGX systems, network systems, and of course, storage. So if you want to work with DDN, please do listen to our other videos and the demonstration videos we have at GTC, and also come to our website and book an appointment with our executive leadership team and our sales teams around the world. Thank you very much for listening.